So resale certificates is going to be the next step after you obtain your EIN number. So resale certificates, the purpose of these is to be tax exempt when paying suppliers. Basically, when you get an order, you should be collecting the taxes in the state that your LLC is set up, and that's it. You don't pay the supplier any taxes because otherwise you're just cutting into your margins, and that's not how it works. You need a resale certificate. Some suppliers may require one each state, but you want to use a blanket certificate. It works with most suppliers. I would say 80% of suppliers, but some suppliers want a resale certificate in each state. It's a little annoying, but eventually you will need to get a license in each one of these states. In the beginning, it should cover 80% of suppliers, but again, like I said, you will want a resale certificate in each state. I currently have in around 15 states. I have to file every single month. It's very annoying, and I hate doing it, but that's what you have to do in terms of like making sure you don't pay taxes to your suppliers. So to get started, just click this tax jar article, and this will tell you how to set up a resale certificate or obtain a resale certificate in your state. Now, it can be a little generic in terms of the device, so that's why I would recommend, for example, let's do New York. I'm not from New York, so let's just do New York. I am trying to obtain a resale certificate for my New York LLC. Please tell me the step-by-step instruction. Okay, so resale certificate, tax-free. So all you have to do for New York is before you issue a resale certificate, your LLC must be registered in New York State. So you'll have to go to the New York State Business Express website, which is it's not clickable. So I'll just search this up, which is looks like this one. It looks like the Business Express website. And then it says complete the application. Fill out the sales tax certificate of authority form. This. So search this up. Application. You must complete form DTF 17. So I need this form. Register as a sales tax vendor. So it looks like this is what I need to do for New York. Apply online. And I'll need to register for an account. So I need a New York Gov ID. So I click register here, proceed. And now I would set up my New York ID. And once I set up my New York ID, then all I really have to do is fill out the application form, apparently according to ChatGPT. Now I trust it way more than I would trust these articles. Let's see. Yep. So that is a ST120 form. Yeah. So after you register for the New York State and you apply online, then all you really have to do is fill this out. So generally, you just have to download the form. I'll show you generally how to fill this out. So for purchaser, you put your information here. Okay. So your LLC, your street address, your city of your LLC. Seller, this is where you put the supplier. Just put the supplier's name, supplier's address. You want to do blanket certificate. I'm in the business of online retail. In principle, you sell all tangible goods. That's what I usually put. I am a New York State vendor. I'm purchasing tangible personal property, not a service. Part 2, uncertified. I am not registered, nor I'm required to be registered. I'm registered to collect taxes in the following. So you would put New York here, and have been issued a following registration number. This is where you put your EIN number. and have the following registration number. Now for me, the EIN number is the same as my resale certificate number. That might differ from state to state. So once you register through your state website, make sure you get that number. Most of the time it's going to be the same as your EIN number, and then put that number here. I'm purchasing tangible personal property for resale. That'd be resale from a business located outside New York State. Yeah, it's like E, put your name, sign it, and put the date. So that's pretty much it. Again, this is how I fill it out. I don't see anything wrong with it. But again, I'm not from New York. I'm from Michigan. So for my certificate, it looks a little bit different. Like this is what my certificate looks like. It looks a little bit different. I just fill out the business information here for resale at retail. Yeah, this is what mine looks like. Blanket certificate. So yeah, for the EIN number, for the resale certificate, it can be a little confusing. I recommend if you're going through doula, you can ask them for help on this. But it's most of the time it's fairly simple. For each state, it's a little bit complicated. It can be sometimes, but get the resale certificate, lock that in, and you should be good to be exempt on taxes. This is a very important part of setting up our business.